Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with another video, back with another movie review or just review in general. I'm going to try to do more of these. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent with them, but today I'm going to be talking about Toy Story, not just the first one, but all four of them. For some random reason, I decided to watch these movies. Now, I love them. I've always kind of gone back to them ever since I was a kid. I mean, being 23 years old, they were obviously movies that were always around, always on. I loved them. They were really good. And for anybody that, is possibly living under a goddamn rock or happens to not know what Toy Story is, basically a bunch of toys come to life when humans ain't looking at them. That's about it. And then stuff ensues, and it's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and give my ratings for all four of the movies and honestly just give my opinion on which one I like the best, even though, to be fair, they're all great. They're all 8+ movies. They're just all really good and really fun. So if you happen to maybe have only watched one or two and not seen three or four or whatever, I would definitely check them out no matter what. But starting with the first one, I always found this one to be honestly my least favorite, which is weird, but I think that's what good sequels do, which is what Toy Story does, is make them that much better or improve on the first one, in my opinion. And the first one I would give like a solid 8.2 because I really do enjoy it, and I think when you have a movie that's worthy of being in that 80 range or in the 8s, you want to watch it at least every now and again because it is that good of a movie and that enjoyable. Now, the second one was always my favorite. I always enjoyed it the most. It felt like the characters grew the most. The first one was obviously introducing everybody, had the job of introducing every character, and you also had to make they had to make you care about those characters. And they definitely did by the end of the first one, but I think maybe that's why Toy Story 2 is better. Every character's already established, you know how they feel about each other, and then you add in the mix all these new characters that are really good and drive the plot up a lot with how important they are, to other characters and, certain backstory things being revealed. I just think Toy Story 2 is really just a step up from the first one in every way, and I think it's better. It's always been my favorite. And out of these four, it is still my favorite, and it's going to be the highest rated. It's going to be 9.1. And Toy Story 3, I think, is a really good movie. It doesn't necessarily do anything different from the first two. There's really, two is basically the high mark, you know what I mean? Like, you raise that benchmark of the first one, you set that, and then you raise it with Toy Story 2, and it's way above, and then it stays that way, because 3, I think, just does something interesting. It tries to finish out Andy's story with him being, an older guy and him moving on from his toys. That part is really interesting. I like that, and I think it's a cool plot moving into everything else. I just don't think it is as good as 2, though I do think it is better than 1. Like, I do enjoy Toy Story 3 a little bit more than Toy Story 1, which, again, I find kind of weird, but if, just watching them again, I would say I like Toy Story 3 better. That doesn't mean that necessarily on some days I would choose Toy Story 1 to watch over 3, but 3 is still money. It's really good. I would definitely recommend it. I would recommend, like I said, all these movies, but 3 I would give an 8.4. Now, Toy Story 4, this is a movie that a lot of people, when it came out, said that, why was this made? Doesn't need to be made. Toy Story 3 ended perfectly, and I do agree to an extent. Toy Story 3 did end perfectly. I think it was a really good ending, but when you have these characters and there are still places to go, why not make another one? Because the damn movie's going to make money. Everybody knew we were going to get more of these. I mean, they made tons of money, and they're so popular. I mean, there was still places to go with these characters, and they definitely went to a place I didn't really expect them to go, but this movie is really purely about Woody. Obviously, everybody else is involved and stuff like that, but it's really about Woody finishing his story and trying to find his way, after Andy is left and all that. I obviously won't go too into detail, no spoilers or anything, but it is really good. I enjoy it. I enjoy the ending. I enjoyed the way they closed out everything with the main story of that movie, and I think that they closed it very well. And also Keanu Reeves. That's just it. Fucking Duke. What's his name? Duke Kaboom. Keanu Reeves. He's the man. But Toy Story 4, really good. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it is as good as Toy Story 3, in my opinion, but I would say it's kind of in that middle ground between 1 and 2. So I'd give it an 83. I said 83. I give it an 8.3. I'm like between Rotten Tomatoes percentage and my own point system. It doesn't really matter. I say my own. It's just a fucking rating system. It means the same thing. Anyway, 83. So that's going to be it for this video. I really enjoyed watching these movies again. They're just really great, fun movies. And like I said, Toy Story 2 to me is just a way above the other ones. And putting it in the 90s, I feel like is pretty... or I'd say the 90s. I don't know. Maybe I'll just bounce around between 9.1 or 91 or 91. It doesn't matter. Either way, man, Toy Story 2, definitely the best of the four in my opinion. Obviously, everybody has their opinion. I've heard that Toy Story 4 is some people's favorites. I get that. I get if any one of them could be your favorites, but they're all really good movies. If you haven't seen them or haven't seen them in a while, I would definitely check them out again. And I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace.